before we go to the conversation about the mind, I want you to know that your physiology plays a key role to changing your story and to changing your mindset. Physiology is all about how you manage your body. There are three patterns that I want you to hold very close to your heart. One is the pattern of your focus, your mental focus. What am I focusing on? Whatever you focus on, you're going to create. In fact, right now, you are experiencing results of what you've consistently been focusing on unconsciously. Now, this is the time to be conscious of what you're focusing on. Number two, what is your inner language? What are you telling yourself? What are you telling yourself? Are you telling yourself I'm not good enough? That's one of the biggest challenge with most people, is that we don't believe we are good enough. We believe other people's stories of ourselves. We don't believe we are good enough. And we don't believe that we are likable. Those are two biggest beliefs that you have to deal with. And you have to tell yourself, as a child of God, I am enough. Not because of my upbringing, not because of what I've been through, but as a statement of truth. I am enough. You got to tell yourself that and believe it. And so what you tell yourself, the third pattern is the pattern of physiology, how you move your body. Are you always slouched like this? That will affect how you feel. Are you always, do you stand with your shoulders held high and your head held high? Is your voice unleashed or is it constricted? This will affect in a big way your story and your productivity and your finances and your relationships. Money runs away from people that are not really grounded in their truth. Money follows purpose. And so if you have that desire to make wealth, that's a good desire. But you've got to be in the right mindset for wealth. Wealth is a mindset. And once you get there, you're not moving with the ups and downs of life. You are stable. You are in a state of complete certainty. So I would like us to start with your physiology. Take a deep breath into your belly. Just breathe in. Make sure the belly goes out as you breathe in. Hold it. Out through the mouth. Now I'd like us to count. I'd like us to really get in the state of mind where we are ready for this. So let me just get the timer. Let me get the timer here. And I would like you to follow through. I would like you to complete this so that we are on the same page, okay? Okay, let me get the timer. I'm getting the timer. I would like you to take a deep breath. Take a deep breath into your belly. In. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Keep holding. Push your belly out. Just focus on your breath, and then out through the mouth. Very good. Let's do that again. Let's do that again. Deep breath in. Hold it. Hold it. Keep holding. Keep holding. You're stronger than that. Let's go. Slowly out through the mouth. Very good. Now, you're beginning to shake up something within you just by physiology. I told you there are three patterns that change how we live our life, that dictate our story, that dictate our destiny, and end up changing how we relate with people we love and how we even attract money on our side. So this is what I want you to do. Once again, we are not yet done. I would like us to restart that again. Let me just restart the timer again. Let's just restart again. Okay, are you ready? Deep breath in. Hold it. Keep holding. Now they say at this level, that's the smoker's lungs. So keep holding. Let's go. We are getting to the level of an active lungs. When your lungs are active, let's go. Keep holding. Get to the level of an athlete. An athlete. Come on, let's go. Keep holding. Keep holding. Yes, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Keep holding. You're getting to the place of the army generals now. Out through the mouth. Out through the mouth. How was your experience? Let me see on the comment section. How many people were able to go through? On the comment section. Where did you stop? Did you stop at the smoker's level? Did you go to the active lungs, or did you go all the way? Let me see on the comment section. How did you do with the breath work? The breath will prime you now to begin to activate your mind, because the Bible doesn't tell us how do you prime your mind. How do you make sure that the mind is the source of your success? It doesn't give us these tools. That way, all of us need coaching. Okay, Mercy is saying the smoker's level. Okay, now, Mercy, you can see Unakazi. We need to, by the time we go to the third session this month, I want you on the generals level. I stopped at the athlete level. Okay, well done. We still have one more level to go. Let me see, athlete level, Tabitha. Yes, we still have one level to go. Okay, let me see who else. How was your experience with this breath work, athlete level? Hope, oh my God. So I can tell most of us, we have an active lung, but we still need to work on our physiology. Now, remember, you can either change your physiology, you can change your focus, or you can change your language. The easiest to change is actually your physiology. Like right now, you can tell in my voice has just shifted by practicing that. These things work like magic. They are magical. We are not magicians, but this is magical. It's just magical. By just learning how to control your breath, you can change how you show up in life. You can change how you show up for that next business appointment. You can change how you talk to the people around you. You can begin to change just by changing your breath. Okay, we'll come back to this practice at the end of this session. But for now, I'd like us to learn, because if you don't educate yourself, you will be wondering why things happen the way they do. And so let's just, if you have a pen, please get a pen, get a book, a notebook, somewhere to write. I would like us to master our mind, because this is where all the wealth, all the great relationships, all the experiences of life will come from your level of thinking. And this program is about upgrading, updating our mindset so we can be the people God created us to be. So today's session, understanding how the subconscious mind works. Now there's the conscious and the subconscious mind. Those two are different. The subconscious mind is the operating system of your life. In fact, is the one that is running everything. The subconscious mind is 90% of your mind. 90%. 90% of your brain is subconscious. subconscious. And this is the part of you that is emotional. This is where you store the most passionate dreams. You store them in your subconscious mind. This is where you store pain also. Anything that is heartily felt, you store it in your subconscious mind. So some of us, we've stored pain, and some of us, we've stored dreams. Some of us, we've stored beliefs. You are in control of what you store in your subconscious mind. I want you to know that the power is in your hands. Subconscious mind even runs the blood in your heart, in your veins. If the subconscious mind stopped right now, you will be dead. Now, this is even more amazing. The subconscious mind is the one that is running your behavior. The repetitive behavior, the behavior of getting angry all the time, the behavior of getting mad, the behavior of always depressed, always sad. It's coming from your subconscious mind. There's a record, there's a program. Let me use a computer term. There's a programming in your subconscious mind, and it needs to go. There's an operating system, and it cannot just go by rebuking it in Jesus' name. No, it has to be replaced. You will rebuke it, and still you continue to act the same. You continue to behave the same because you can't just rebuke it. You have to replace it. And you're going to replace it with a positive framework, an operating system that is loving, kind, joyful, what the Bible calls the fruit of the Holy Spirit: peace, joy, love. You reprogram your mind with that. You begin to be a joyful person. You begin to act from a place of love. You begin to show up confidently because there's no fear in your operating system. You look for it, is not there. You will step into your dreams with power. You will face your challenges powerlessly, not from a place of powerlessness. So this part of your body, this part of your brain runs everything. It's automatic system. You know how some of us, you just get angry without even preparing. It's because it's automatic. You don't need encouragement. You don't need motivation to practice what is already in your subconscious mind. So it's automatic system or tape or program that is in your mind, that is really running your mind. Now, when you want to change, you start here. You don't change people. You don't change people. I know some of us, maybe you came here because you want someone to change. No, it's not even your job. Those are results of your inner world. Anything that is happening out there, our relationships, our finances, our jobs, it's a result, it's a reflection, it's a mirror. It's just mirroring what we are inside. And the moment we change, by changing the three patterns are, for sake of repetition, focus. What am I focusing on? What am I focusing my mind? Language. What am I telling myself? Am I telling myself I'm good for nothing? People hate me. The world is a bad place. It's unsafe. What am I telling myself? And then, how am I managing my body? Am I walking in this world as though I'm a child of God? Am I walking in this world apologizing just to be alive? Okay, so it will affect your behavior. It will affect your habits. It will affect everything. And the beauty of it is this: it can be changed. The subconscious mind can be programmed. It can be reprogrammed. Now, some of us, we were programmed when we were growing up by our environment. But if you can understand how the subconscious mind works, you can reprogram it. You can change it. And when you change it, you change your life. You change your life. And so there are a few concepts. For those of you that are writing, there are a few things that I would like you to write down. Number one, Understand what is the subconscious mind. I want you to be able to teach that to a 7-year-old. Can they understand what is the subconscious mind in a simple way? What is the subconscious mind? Like I just said, it is the data. It is a database of your programmed thoughts, beliefs, emotions. You can write that down if you're writing. What is the subconscious mind? It is the database of what? Our programmed thoughts. The thought that I'm not good enough. The thought that something is missing in me. Our programmed thoughts. It's the data. It's a collection of our programmed thoughts, beliefs, experiences. There are people who don't have experience. I don't know if there's anyone who doesn't have experience of fear, but there are people who don't know how to get angry. They don't have that experience. They don't have. There are people with experience getting angry. Like the trigger, it just needs to rain, and they are mad with this world. You know, and others, they just need to wake up and they are angry with life. It's because there's nothing wrong with you per se. What is wrong with you is your mindset, is your subconscious mind. So the subconscious mind is data. I want you to know it's data. It's a script. It's a data that has been stored there, and unless you clean it up, you will not go far. Only the pure in heart shall see God. This is what even stops us from pursuing our God-given dreams. Only the pure in heart shall see God. How do you see God when you're clouded with all these stories? These stories that you're not good enough, you can't do it. Even when opportunities are there, you are not going to see them. And so you focus on your pain, focus on your stories because of the way you programmed your mind. Now, when I work with my clients, the stories go all the way to 5 years, even lower than that. They can remember who hurt them, and they can remember some of it is parents, environment, uncles, and all that. Can I tell you something? You are not responsible for what happened, but you are 100% responsible for healing it. You are 100% responsible. No one else. No one else can heal it. Even your life coach is not responsible for that. It's you to heal and clean your subconscious mind. And that's why you've attended this session, so that you can expose all this programming, all this data, and clean it. And I'll be giving you tools and strategies on how to clean your subconscious mind, so you can show up as a clean slate, ready to change your life, not just your life, but lives of other people. Now, the subconscious mind is responsible for 95% of your thinking and your behavior and action. It's responsible. It's the one controlling your habits, your behavior, your action. I want you to think of it like a record. It's just a record of the past, holding everything from childhood experiences to automatic behaviors you learned in high school, whatever it is. And then you repeat it over and over and over again. I was meeting some of my friends today. It's a couple. And I was telling them about my dad. My dad he's an entertainer. And he just shines the moment. He comes to a room and takes over. He's an entertainer. And he'll make jokes. You even make jokes about you. Before you understand him. And I'm telling you, this is his programming. He has been making jokes with his father, and he was a funny guy, and this is the way he's been programmed. But you know, he can change anytime. I hear people saying, oh, I'm an introvert. Who told you? From when did you make that decision? That can be changed. Now, some of us believe personalities cannot be changed. They can be changed. I'm telling you, when I was growing up as a young boy also, I was a total introvert. Imagine doing programs like this, like what I do. I've spoken to 7,000 people, Kasarani Stadium. I'm telling you, that is not who I was. And if I got married to that story that this is who I am, that will never have happened. I would never be a coach. I would never have been in the ministry. Never would have helped people. And so some of this programming stops us from living the life God is calling us. If you ask my wife, she'll tell you I'm the most extroverted person. I'm an extrovert. If you ask my mother at that time, I'm an introvert. And so people will define you according to their perspective. Don't buy that story. It's you to define yourself with your purpose, not just your personality, because your personality and identity can be shifted. I work with managers who've been appointed to CEO positions, and that position needs them to be extroverts. And these people, some of them, they are coiled in a corner somewhere. They only know how to be small. Now the position requires them to be expansive. How do you do that? How do you win in such a position? What I do with them is reprogram their mind. I help them to condition their mind to be an extroverted person. And most of them change like forever. This is who you are. Now it's like everyone knows you. The first week they'll say, hey, something has shifted about you. The second week, wow, this is who you are. After a month, everyone gets used. Now, if you change back to being an introvert, they'll be shocked. And so all I'm telling you is the power is in your hands. The power is in your hands to know what kind of identity, what kind of story and identity is God calling me to. But don't get stuck in an identity and make it your excuses. Every time someone tells you, let's go out, let's go for this. No, I'm an introvert. You limit yourself to the way the world has defined you or the people around you have defined you. Now, another key point that I want you to master is how the subconscious mind actually controls your life. This is so key because I want you to be a practical psychologist so you can be able to run your life and understand people also as you work with people. Know that this is just a program. If you see someone, like for me, I can't help myself but be awake by 6 a.m., even if I try. Sometimes we travel and when you use the train, you're here 3 a.m., you arrive in Malindi, 5 a.m. I'm telling you, at 6 a.m., I'm awake. I'm awake and ready to work like I never travel. That is called conditioning. Some other people, until 11, they are still asleep. Others wake up at 4, they have to wake up. It's conditioning. My dogs have been conditioned to call me when it's 6. Exactly at 6, you hear my dog make a certain bark. That is a call for help. Is you're late. You're getting on the dot. And if dogs can do this, how about us, human beings? You can condition your mind to success. Now, some of us are being conditioned to scarcity. So even if God gives you money right now, a lot of it, billions of dollars, you go back to your conditioning. We always go back to our level of conditioning. Even if today you are made Donald Trump and given his wealth, can I tell you, in 3 years, you'll be broke. You'll be to the level of your conditioning. That's why guys who win the lottery, they win, like someone won 221 million Kenya shillings. And then today, go find him, he's broke, nothing to take home. Why? It's not the money that defines you, it's your conditioning. It's not about what you have in your pocket. It's about how you condition your mind, because the subconscious mind is controlling your results. It's not you. At least that feels good. It's not you to blame, it's your mind, but you are responsible for your mind. So this mind governs our habits. If you want to change someone's life, you change their habits, perception, patterns. Your subconscious mind is everything. And that's why my focus for coaching is on the subconscious mind. If you work on the conscious mind, which is only 10%, is the mind, the assignment from God for the conscious mind is to keep you safe, is to protect you. And so sometimes when you hear bad news, when you hear, there's a riot on this road, the conscious mind will warn you and tell you, don't go there. Don't go there. It's the mind that keeps you safe. But then some of us, we focused on the conscious mind so much that we are kept safe from our dreams. And if you look at what right now the conscious mind has costed you, it can be a lot. So you want to condition the conscious mind, because the subconscious mind is getting information from the conscious mind. The conscious mind is the command center. It's the one that commands what the subconscious mind would do. And it's the one that tells it, oh, you're rich, you're loved. And so if it's conditioned for fear, it's the captain. So I want you to look at the conscious mind as the captain of the ship. The ship is the subconscious mind. If the captain is always seeing danger where there is no danger and saying, oh my God, we are going to drown, then of course you're going to live such a fearful life. But if the captain assures the ship and says, you got this, we have what it takes, we're going to the deep sea, we're going to explore life together. If that is the programming of the conscious mind, the subconscious mind just follow. Let me just do a test here. I want you to close your eyes for a moment. Just close your eyes for a moment. And I want you to imagine you're chewing a lemon. Imagine you're picking that lemon, cutting it into 4 pieces, and chew it. Chew it. Now, right now, you're not chewing a lemon, but the body is feeling the full force of chewing a lemon. So your fears don't have to be real. The subconscious mind doesn't care what you're telling it, whether it's true or not. It will give your body the same experience as though it was true. And so the fear that we have, the uncertainties we have are not true, but the body will experience it as though it's true. Some of us are afraid of the future. We are afraid of the economy. We are afraid of what is happening. And it may not be true, but I'm telling you, your body will just adjust to that fear. And so it's our work to condition our mind. Consistently condition your mind. Consistently conditioning your mind, conditioning your story in a way that is positive, in a way that takes you closer to your dreams, no matter what. That's your responsibility. Okay? So your subconscious mind just gets information from the conscious mind. It's directed by the captain. The conscious mind is about keeping you safe. And that's why it's important for you to meet your need for safety, so that you tell yourself, this is a safe world. This world is safe. I am safe here. Another thing we can note is that the subconscious mind is governing our emotions. The emotions you're feeling most of the time come from the subconscious mind. There's something I call the emotional home, where you stay most of the time emotionally. There are people in a week, they are always frustrated, alone, feeling lonely. That's their emotional home. How do you expect to win if that's where you live every day? The subconscious mind reconditioning is so crucial, because you can't have a beautiful dream and then have a conditioning, a mind that it has no beauty in it, has no love, has no joy, has no power. You are going to get the exact life that is aligned with your subconscious mind. So it governs perception. It's the subconscious mind is not really creative. It runs the program is being given by the conscious mind. That's why the Bible says, ask and you shall receive. Whatever you are asking through the conscious mind, the subconscious mind is making it possible. Now, if you look at men who said, I don't want to get married to someone like my mother, they got married to someone like their mother. Why? The subconscious mind gets the signal of pictures. It doesn't see in words. It sees in pictures. So when I keep saying, I don't want to get married to someone like my mother, I don't want to ever get married to someone, the picture that is going to your subconscious mind is your mother. And guess what? Very soon, you realize the people coming to your life are just like your mother. And one day you settle down and look at that woman next to you and realize you got married to your mother. And it works the same way with ladies who say, I don't want to get married to my father, to someone like my father. They end up, research has shown that people say that they end up getting married to someone just like their father. You can't say, I don't want to be poor, because the image that that statement makes is poverty. That's why it's hard to break through, maybe for you, because of your conversation that you're having. When you say, I don't want to be poor, the subconscious mind sees in pictures. So it doesn't see, I don't want, it just sees poor. And the more you focus on poverty, the more poverty becomes your reality. Hata kama umeokoka, speaking in tongues and going to heaven, looking upward, you will be poor in this world. It's conditioning of your subconscious mind. You see, going to heaven, you're going to go to heaven if you're a believer. But living successfully here, my friend, you cannot avoid working on your subconscious mind and working on your mind. You can't. Now some of us just say, unajua mimi, Mungu atanijulia. Kama anataka, hey, my friend, you realize the place. Even God has given us everything we need for life and righteousness. He's given us, but then it's you for the taking. God would be unfair if someone you went to school with, I mean, just seems to have enjoyment and they want, it's like their life is working according to their dreams. But it seems like what you're trying is not why? Is because of the pictures. It's not just what you say, it's the picture you paint. So you want to investigate your language. You want to change your language. Instead of saying, I don't want, say what you want. I want a peaceful experience of life. I want to experience abundance of finances. I want to experience God avalanches of abundance. In fact, now you can take it even to a further level and say, I am experiencing. Again, I am is a powerful word. In fact, in the Bible, I am is a name. And I am is a name of God. So anything you put after I am, you're creating. The Bible says, let the weak say, I am strong. Let the poor say, I am rich. It's because the writers of the Bible really understood, and God understands that whatever you confess, the subconscious mind will work with the image that you see most of the time. So you cannot just say, oh, I'm not sick, I'm not sick, I'm not sick. You're going to be sick because you're focusing on sickness. Why not say, I am healed? Let the sick say, I am healed. When you say, I bind this sickness, I'm not sick, you are just programming your mind for sickness. The other people program their mind for demons. Like wherever they go, they see demons. Wanakuja kwako, kwa sufuria, they just see demons. It's because their mind is programmed to see that. They are seeing these things, and to them, it's real. It's real. It's their reality. You know, there is no reality in this world. Your reality is the one that you condition your mind. That's your reality. And so never say the economy is hard. No, it's hard for you. That's your reality now. Change your thinking. You're going to change your reality. Don't say men are dogs. No, that's a past reality. You can create a new reality now, because if men are dogs, then what are you positioning yourself to be? Your subconscious mind is just getting information from you. It's not creative, but it's powerful. It's so powerful. It's 90%. Once it gets, let me say this. It gives you what it thinks you want. So the subconscious mind thinks you want to get married to your mother, to someone like your mother, to someone like your father. The subconscious mind thinks you want to be poor. The subconscious mind thinks you are enjoying being broke. And so what does it do? Bring even broke people around you, broke experiences. The subconscious mind thinks you guys are getting success because it's giving you what it thinks you need. And that's why we have to coach ourselves. We have to elevate our thinking. We get to a place where we're in control of our thinking, because God doesn't change our thinking. We change our thinking. That's why even when you read Romans, the process of getting born again, you have to confess yourself, and say, I want this, I want God in my life. It's you. It's a part of you that you must play. And that's the only part that is remaining. Everything else God has given you. It's available, it's there. So the subconscious mind just runs your programs. And you know how powerful you are? The person you're seeing today, you have created with the commands you're giving your subconscious mind. For me, I wake up in the morning. If I don't feel well and I have clients, I have sessions, I command my subconscious mind. I tell my subconscious mind, wake up, my subconscious. We are doing this. And it says yes. And later in the evening, I'm like, oh my God, I've had 8 sessions in one day. And I would have woken up and tell my subconscious mind, I'm sick. Oh, I'm sick. And then now I tell my wife, I tell my children, I tell people around me, my God, you've confirmed with witnesses. And then there are people who don't understand how the mind works. They'll just comfort you in that. Oh, you are sick. Oh, now they define you. They define you. Instead of helping you and telling you, no, shift, speak. What are you telling yourself? Speak to your subconscious mind. Tell it, I'm healed. Even before you go to see the doctor, you can begin. Now, studies of metaphysics are actually realizing that people can heal themselves by just repatterning the mind. And there are documented research about people being given placebo medicine that is just sweet. And they were told this is the new discovery. And they swallow it and they are totally healed of, incurable diseases. And someone else who is taking the medicine for years, nothing. Why? It's in the mind. It's in the mind. Today we are talking about digestion and how the digestive system is so powerful. And when you eat something like beans, we've been conditioned to think, oh, you're going to have gas. And most of us, when you cook those beans and you believe this is what I'm going to have, then exactly you're going to have that. Because the subconscious mind, you command it. You tell it, Oh, I'm having beans. And you go and you're the one preparing the beans. And you prepare them. And at the end, you tell yourself, I had beans. I'm going to have gas. Oh, my friend, you are going to have gas. The subconscious mind never goes wrong. If you wake up each day thinking and feeling the same way over and over again, you are running a pattern, you are running a program, and over time this program becomes your identity, and you own it, and you say, this is who you are. I'm not a morning person. And then you get a job that requires you to wake up early and you can't do it because of your programming. And so this is about raising your standard, and it's about going above your thinking. It's about becoming the person you are born to be. What I was talking about, the science behind the subconscious mind is called neuroplasticity. Neuro stands for brain. Plasticity, it can be stretched. The brain can be stretched. The brain's ability to rewire itself. You can rewire your brain. You can rewire your brain. You don't have to experience the same challenges your parents experience. You can rewire your mind. Every time you think a thought, by the way, you are rewiring your mind. Thinking, hakuna jokes. It's not just comedy time. Every thought you have, there are neurons that are being fired together and creating a new identity and creating a new person. And tomorrow you begin to behave differently. You're creating a pathway for you to walk. And through repetition, you wire yourself. Every day you become that person. This is who I am. This is what I know. Very soon they become your kids. You become the kind of person, and people know you as that person. But let me tell you, the most exciting part is that through focused intention, that when you can be intentional and you can be focused and you can focus your intention, you can elevate your thinking, you can elevate your emotion, you can elevate your thoughts. Intention is powerful tool that you can use. You have to have an intent. You have to live this life from a place of intention. That's how you change your life. Intention is powerful. Now I would like us to get educated a little bit here about brain waves. Every thought has got brain wave. When you think, and this has been documented, and I did my research on the same. People have been wired, like their brains have been wired to produce the waves of what you are thinking, of your thoughts. I don't know if you're wired right now, what will come out. So it just shows the colors and all that. And the gateway to the subconscious mind is the brain waves. The brain waves. The brain has got waves that it's like a space that it's like a radio you tune into that wave, into that vibration. You can tune. The brain has the capacity to tune from one station to another. It has that capacity. Now there's something we call there are waves we call beta or beta waves. There are waves that the brain can produce, and this is the analytical part of your brain, which is the conscious mind. It produces the beta, B-E-T-A, beta or beta. It's almost like the opposite, beta or beta. So beta is analytical. You always analyze. And this is where most people live. They live in the waves of beta. They tune into beta. They are always analytical. You take them somewhere, they find what is wrong. Whatever it is that you're doing, you find what's wrong. It's because they are over analytical. They are analytical. It's not that being in the state of beta is bad. It's if staying there completely will ensure that you never reach your dream, because you're always analyzing. Perfectionism, analysis paralysis. Then you get paralyzed because you can't move. Now, the other one is called alpha. Alpha is the second wave, brain wave. Alpha. When you're in a alpha brain wave, you're more relaxed. Now, this can happen to a born-again person, can happen to someone who doesn't know God. It's just how God created our brain to work. And that's why you find people who don't know God and they are wealthy. Why? They're applying God-given principles of being wealthy. And so it doesn't choose. It doesn't choose, or you've given your tithe. No. It's how the mind, it's just your mind. So here we're talking about alpha, a relaxed state of mind where you begin to quiet your mind. You begin to quiet the noise and be still so that the subconscious mind can find inspiration to take you to where you're supposed to be. Alpha state. Alpha state. And I'll be showing how do you get there? How do you get to alpha state? Now, there's even a higher one, another one that is called Theta or Theta, depending on where you went to school. Theta is the sweet spot for reprogramming the subconscious mind. This state is dominant mostly in children 7 years of age, which is why they are like sponges. You can put anything in them. Between 5 years and 7 years, they absorb everything. This is where you absorb positivity. You're open. At Theta, when you get to a state, the brain wave of Theta, you can see good even in challenges. You can walk into darkness and light begins to develop. You focus on positivity. And I'm teaching my dad to get here. My dad is 80. And in the last 1 year, he's been going through a lot of health challenges, moving from one doctor to another, and prayers from different pastors. But you know, people can pray for you until you get airport on your head because of laying of hands. If the mind they are laying hands on doesn't change, nothing is going to change. Nothing. You come out the same person. That's why we need this coaching. We need these techniques and strategies so that we can be active. You know, so my dad was telling me yesterday morning, we speak every morning, 7 a.m. He told me that he feels like God is giving him a new purpose, like a new mountain. And he gave me the story of, was it Caleb, the one who asked God for a new challenge. He's ready. And he told me, I'm ready. At 80, I want a new challenge. And God is giving me a new challenge. I'm like, wow, that's the thinking. That's the thinking. Because when you just think I'm 80 and I'm just here waiting for my death, even you begin to forget things. You forget your children. Our call is to stay in Theta. In that state, you move to relaxation, and I'll be teaching you how to do that. And if you're coming for the breakthrough event, we are learning this too. Relax, go down, activate your subconscious mind, leave the noise and the fears and the stories and get to a place of power. Is when you access theta. And you need to learn to your children, if you have kids that are 5 years, 7 years, there's no impossibility. I'm telling you, with my daughter, I tell her, oh, okay, wait. No, she just sees possibilities and sees, she gets into something emotionally, she is there, you can tell, and she'll make it happen. And when she sees there's resistance, she'll come another way and another way. Kids between that age until 10, they begin now to face life and they are giving up very easy. They don't. They are consistent. They have a huge trust in their subconscious mind that it can give them. Subconscious mind is also called the mind of God, because this is where we dream. That's why it's most active when you sleep. Now, when you sleep, what will come out is what's in the subconscious mind. So let me see on the comment section, what are the three, what did we call them? Vibrations, or forgotten. What did we call them? Brainwave states. What are the three brainwave states that, let me see on the comment section. What are the three brainwave? Which one do you remember? Let me see on the comment section. Which one do you remember of the three brainwave states? The gateway to the subconscious mind. What do you remember? What are the three? Remember, I want you to be as active as possible. Yes, beta, alpha, and theta. Yes, alpha and theta. That's it. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, good. I was just checking we are together. Now, our goal is to go through, we start at beta, a place where you can learn meditation. You can learn to slow down. You can learn to pause your story and begin to feel the rhythm of life. Where is God taking you? You can only do that. That's why Psalms 46 verse 10. Be still and know. The Bible is very strategic, it's only that we don't understand. It says, knowing it's only possible in stillness. And so these other knowing, we are telling ourselves we know nothing until we are still. Be still and know that I am God. Even the knowledge of God is realized in stillness. You got to be still. Now, we don't teach this in church. You tell people meditate, but then we don't teach them, how do you meditate? And why do you need to meditate? Why was Joshua told to meditate? Why must I meditate? Do you have such lessons? I don't know if you do that in your church. I've not heard this being taught in church. Because people will just tell you, meditate and command you and do this, and it's a command. No. What are the tools? And the tools are there. And God created us complete and missing nothing. If only we can access the resources within us, you will grow so much. Your enemies will be your friends. When people expand, even the enemies want to be your friend. They want to be your friend. And so we are going from beta to alpha. When you get to that place of relaxed state, I'm sure you heard of a generation called Alpha, Gen Alpha. These are the unstoppables. There's a generation coming that doesn't know impossible, that they know that the word impossible means I am possible. Now, some of us, our generation is not Alpha. We come from a shamed generation. We've been shamed. In fact, the word shame on you was part of daily conversation from our mothers. Shame on you. Oh my God. May the Lord help us. But let me tell you, the power is in your hands. The moment you're 18 years of age, God is telling you now you can change your life. Now the power is in your. If you still continue to tell the story of what your father did, what your mother did, what happened, whatever. That would be a choice you're making. But you can tell the story of joy, of peace, and abundance. Open gates. Things are opening for you as you step into this state of alpha and theta, from alpha to theta. That's sweet spot. But we have to start at alpha. We are living the analytical mind because there is no solution there. And I have some friends who pride themselves in being analytical. And there's no pride in being analytical. Go deeper, deeper to the real mind, the mind of emotions. And you can only do that when you're still, when you can quiet the conscious mind. You can tell it, oh, nyamaza, keep quiet. Yeah, I've heard, nimesikia. Because it's telling you the same story over and over again, and there's no progress. Nilifanyiwa, so what? Right now, nataka kufanya. I want to progress in my life. But the conscious mind will always point you to, don't. Like now, I've dealt with so many people who've said no to relationship because the conscious mind is telling them, I'm protecting you from being hurt. So never fall in love. See, and this is someone that is, they have a vision and they have a desire to fall in love, but they will not do it. Why? There's a conscious conditioning. They told themselves a story that love equals pain. Love equals pain. And they are not about to fulfill that desire. And so we are learning about these mind states, mental states. And remember, the state of mind is determined by your focus, your language, and your physiology. Your focus, your language, and your physiology. I want to repeat that over and over again because it's a pattern you are going to face and go through in our 3 sessions that we're going to have this month. Now, by accessing theta, theta is the highest vibration and is the highest, the deepest part of you. We do this through meditation. We do this through relaxation, visualization. If you've heard about visualization, you've had either maybe you heard me talk about it or someone else. But these are just tools that we can use to access theta, to access directly theta. If we can, and I guide people, I call this breakthrough activation. Breakthrough activation is where you get to that state of theta. Sometimes you get there, you don't want to come back. Because the more you get there in that state of theta, the more you get inspiration. And I got inspiration. All my courses come through inspiration. I don't sit down and just think my own thinking. No. These things come from the very heart of God. I wait for inspiration. I get to that place of meditation. I relax. I let go of the stories. Give a gap between your response and your the activity. Whatever happens, don't react immediately. Otherwise, you're training your mind to always be hyperactive. And a hyperactive mind always breeds fear. You're always afraid and anxious and worried and overcautious. But if you can slow down, just begin to slow down, feel this moment, because now is the time, not tomorrow, not what someone did to you yesterday. Now is the time. And you do that over and over again. And I would like to take you, before we go, because our session is up, Fortunately or unfortunately, it's 8 p.m. And fortunately or unfortunately, tomorrow is my birthday. Fortunately. And I would like us to move this session to next Thursday, the same time. I want to give you an assignment that you can do this week after this exercise, after this breakthrough session. I want to give you an assignment. Oh, thank you so much, Mercy. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, I'm so excited. My 44th birthday. I'm getting 44 or 43. A friend of mine was telling me midlife crisis, and I was like, no, that's really your focus. This is creative time. It's a time to give birth to so much. I'm looking forward to change lives, and I just feel so good about this life. I'm appreciating it and loving it, and knowing this is an opportunity from God to connect and help people. So I have some assignments that I want to give you to practice to be in the present moment, to practice being here in the here and now for this 1 week. And then we'll meet again the same time, the same day next week. Remember, the School of Life runs every month, and usually 3 days of intervention. In 3 days, I don't plan what I'm going to say. I show up. Today, if you ask me at 5, 6, I didn't know what we are going to talk about. I sit on this chair and get inspiration on what to share with those who come. It's very interesting because I want to operate from theta. I don't want to operate from analytical thinking. And if I coach you from analytical thinking, then you're going to live your life on that level. But if I coach you from theta thinking, then you are inspired also to do the same, to live your life from that place. You don't need to always stay in your head. I remember it's Tony Robbins who said, stay in your head and you're dead. Stay in your head and you're dead. The distance between your head and your heart can be the longest distance for some of us. And that's the distance we need to go by accessing that theta and going to that place of being grounded and activating our true self. Because when you access theta, then you activate your true self. You activate abundance. You activate joy. But otherwise, before you do that, you just talk about it. Even if you are talking about it from the scripture, it will not be part of you. I know, people talk about it, but they don't do it. Okay? It's because for you to do it, you have to condition your mind for it. Okay? So I'll give you some practices for this week that we can do together. There are practices of gratitude, be present, gratitude. Every day in the morning, I want you to write 3 things you're grateful for and focus on that with all your heart. You're present and put your hands on your heart. Tell God, thank you. Thank you. And mean it. Now, don't just say, I'm grateful for my health. What about your health are you grateful? Go deeper. Go deeper. And then the second one is vision. I want you to look at your vision, visualize your vision as though it's happening now, not as though it will happen in the future, in the next 1 year, no. And I want you to begin to walk as though your vision is already a success. Someone told me, oh, I need to heal my relationship with my father. So do I need to go and meet my dad? You don't. You don't need to change your father per se. And you don't need to change anyone. The only person you need to change is yourself. And when you change, people around you will change. People around you will change. So I want you to Look at that vision. Look at that vision on a daily basis, in the morning and in the evening, this week. Now, this week also, I want you every day, ask yourself, how did I live this day? What did I enjoy? How did I contribute? And contribution is not about money. It could be just giving time, giving a listening ear to someone. Contribution is can just telling someone I love you. It can just enjoy this life and make it better. And that's another assignment. I want to give you questions condition our mind. The questions you ask yourself, like the victim will ask, why me? Why me, Lord? There's what we call the primary question that is guiding your mindset. And I'll give you one that I want you to practice this week before we meet. I want you to write it down. And this is it. How can I enjoy life and make it count? In fact, let's frame it this way. How can I enjoy this moment and make it count? Now that means you're always in the moment. That means you're always looking at this moment right now. Even when you're going through challenges, ask yourself, how can I enjoy this moment and make it count? How can I enjoy? And I want you to sit in silence, at least for 5 minutes in the morning before you start your day. Sit in silence and really be still. And I want you to practice that. So sit back. I want you to sit with your back straight. Sit with your back straight. Breathe in. The belly comes out when you breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now, this is what you'll be doing this week. It's only for 5 minutes. I don't like long assignments. Just 5 minutes. Find a spot. Make sure it's the same spot throughout the week. Because again, the subconscious mind goes with, again, your repatterning, your conditioning. So it's good that you do this on the same spot, on the same chair, on the same spot. Choose the same spot. You go every day. The first thing is slow down. Take a deep breath. Breathe in at the count of 7. Count 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then hold it at the count of 10. And then breathe out at the count of 7. I hope you've gotten that formula. Breathe in at the count of 7. Hold it at the count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out through the mouth at the count of 7. After breathing that at least 3 times, your body is already adjusting to stillness to get to that state of theta, to get to that state of alpha and then theta. So I want you to focus your mind on your feet on the floor. Focus on the feet on the floor. Focus on the body weight on the chair, like just with your eyes closed. Focus on the body weight on the chair. Focus on the breath coming in and out. And just allow your heart to smile for no reason. That is been proven. It sends that feel good emotion that prepares you for theta. Just allow your heart to smile and allow that smile to come to your face. Yes. Rejoice in the Lord. And again, I say rejoice. Now keep breathing slowly but deeply with your eyes closed. Keep smiling. It's been proven that most people cannot smile for more than 16 seconds. They are back to their programming. Keep smiling. This is what I want you to tell yourself. All I need is within me now. All that I need is within me now. That's a statement of truth. The kingdom of God is within you, it's not outside there. Whatever you are seeking outside there, the job, the career, the car, the money, all that will come from within. Tell yourself that all I need is within me now. The money I need, the joy I need, you're telling yourself that mentally. Keep smiling. All I need is within me now. Keep smiling. All I need is within me now. You're telling yourself that. Slow down your breath. Focus on your feet on the floor, the body weight on the chair, and your breath coming in and out. And tell yourself, I am enough. I am enough. I am strong enough. I am complete. Keep smiling. Keep smiling. Bring that theta. Tune your mind to theta. This is how you just attract good experiences. You begin to attract good opportunities that come in your way. Because we are created to stay in this state. That's why the Bible says you will never experience the kingdom of God unless you are like a child. The definition of a child is the age I was telling you, where theta is most active. Now, when the Bible tells you that, it doesn't tell you how to be a child, how to be like a child. It doesn't. Keep smiling. Keep smiling. Keep breathing. All I need is within me now. The joy I need is within me now. The clarity I need is within me now. Repeat that over and over again. The clarity I need is within me now. Feel it, connect with it, believe it, and be it. So we are meditating on that statement. I want you to write it down. All I need is within me now. That's our focal focus of meditation this week. You slow down, you take 5 minutes, you start with the breath, you feel the body, how the body is. If you feel overwhelmed, maybe you're going through something, breathe into that part of your body where you feel overwhelmed. Connect. And I'll see you again as we continue this conversation about the mind in the next week. So instead of doing these following days, we'll do it next week because of my birthday. I'll be busy. And then we have those in Malindi. Remember, we have the Breakthrough Forum, 7 a.m. at the Ocean Assemblies of God. We meet there. We meet there to experience a good time, a good time. And thank you for being here. God bless you, and see you again next week. Bye-bye.